Hi and welcome back to Harry the Hymer's Holidays. As you can see, we did a lot of driving on this day in Scotland, so for this video I'm just going to focus on our drive around Fife. Fife is an area that we had not been to before, so it was good to go to pastures new. We're starting this journey as we're just coming off the main A92 towards Kirkcaldy. Kirkcaldy is a town that has a recorded population of 49,460 in 2011, so it's Fife's second largest settlement and the 12th most populated settlement in Scotland. From the early 16th century, the establishment of a harbour at the East Burn confirmed the town's early role as an important trading port. It began to develop around salt, coal mining and nail-making industries. But the production of linen, which followed in 1672, was later instrumental in the introduction of floor cloth in 1847 by linen manufacturer Michael Nairn. In 1877, this in turn contributed to linoleum, which became the town's most successful industry. Kirkcaldy was a world producer until well into the mid-1960s. Today, the town is a major service centre for the central Fife area. Public facilities include a main leisure centre, theatre, museum and art gallery. We are now coming into Leven. The origin of the name Leven comes from the Pictish word for flood. The nearby Loch Leven, meaning the flood lake, was the name given to both the river and the town. Here we are coming into a place called Lundin Links. The name came from the Lundin family, who were former landowners in the area. Lundin House was demolished in 1876, but the tower of it still remains. The village has two golf courses. The 18-hole course, Lundin Golf Club, is used as a pre-qualifying course when the Open Championship is held at St Andrews. Lundin Ladies Golf Club, a 9-hole course, is the oldest women's golf course in the world. On the second fairway of the ladies' course, there is a cluster of 3 standing stones dating from the 2nd millennium BC that form a megalithic 4-poster. One of the stones was lost around 1792. This is Upper Largo, also known as Kirkton of Largo, which is a village in the parish of Largo. It rests on the southern slopes of Largo Law and is half a mile north of Largo Bay and the larger village of Lower Largo. This is Ely. It's a lovely small coastal town. We stopped here for morning coffee. Lovely little cafe selling bacon rolls, breakfast, teas, coffees, cold drinks. It's just a hatch from the building at the side of the car park, but their bacon rolls smelt delicious. We were very good though, and we only had a coffee. It's a lovely little fishing harbour, lots of little boats around. We took lots of photos here, which will be coming up shortly. This is St Mornans. It's a small community that used to make their living mainly from fishing, but it's now known as a tourist destination on the Fife coastal path. The former burgh rests on a hill overlooking the Firth of Forth, with views to North Berwick, the Bass Rock and the Isle of May. St Monans contains many historical buildings, including a windmill, which can be visited, that once powered a salt panning industry. And there's a 14th century church that sits on the rocks above the water on the western side. Approximately half-mile west of St Monans are the remains of Newark Castle, a 16th century manor that has since fallen to ruin through cliff erosion and disrepair. This is Pitton Weem, which is a traditional fishing port rather than a resort. It has a historic working harbour which is home to a fleet of fishing boats, trawlers and small creel boats. It does, however, hold an arts festival every summer. This is Anstruther. The town comprises of two settlements, Anstruther Easter and Anstruther Wester, and they are divided by a stream. This is the largest community on the Firth of Forth's North Shore coastline. It was founded as a fishing village and is home to the Scottish Fisheries Museum. Anstruther Pleasure Cruises operate sightseeing and wildlife cruises from the harbour to the Isle of May. Following the end of the Cold War, one of Anstruther's best-kept secrets has become a major tourist attraction. A secret nuclear bunker built in 1951 and operational until 1993 is located near the village. We are now coming into Crail. Crail is the most easterly of the towns along the south side of Fife. At this point, we should have turned left, but we missed the signs. Luckily, there was somewhere up here that was easy to turn around and go back. This small settlement is known as King's Barns. The name came from the area being the location of the barns used to store grain before being transported to the palace at Falkland. It has a distillery and, like most of these little towns and villages, a golf course. This is St Andrews. The town is home to the University of St Andrews, which is the third oldest university in the English-speaking world and is the oldest in Scotland. It has been ranked as the best university in the UK by the 2022 Good University Guide. The town is named after St Andrew the Apostle. The famous cathedral, the largest in Scotland, now lies in ruins. St Andrew's Cathedral was once the largest building in Europe. St Andrews is commonly known as the home of golf, staging the Open Championship, and there is evidence that it's been played there since the 1500s. time for a refueling stop in the small village of Dercy. The price was very good considering where we were. At this time, fuel was averaging around £1.80 for a litre of diesel. This is Cooper, and the settlement of Cooper grew around the site of Cooper Castle, which was the seat of the sheriff and was owned by the Earls of Fife. This area became a market town, catering for both cattle and sheep. If you have stayed with us this far, we'd just like to say thank you for watching, And if you like what we've done, please give us a thumbs up, and it would be great if you could subscribe so you can see the rest of our videos from Scotland. Thank you.